guys? Calvin here with Comfortable Closings. I'm here with my lovely friend KJ and Melvyn. Can you guys give a brief introduction on who you are and what you do?
Sure. KJ with Red Door Title.
Melvyn with Milestone Title.
So we were just attending Tampa Bay Real Producers event. Today was about selling luxury real estate. I thought it was a great event. What do you guys think? What did you pick up today?
I loved some of the comments about getting into the mindset of selling luxury, lifting those limiting beliefs and being like, if I want to go after luxury, I'm going to go after it. And there's nothing stopping me. I love that about that.
I would say what I like, again, touch on mindset. I like the idea of setting a goal and sticking to it. So many people start and they'll set a really low goal, or their goal will fluctuate and just kind of be all over the place. There's no commitment to what they really want, but they know where they want to be. So I love that, because one thing I always tell everyone is start posting content, start doing the things for where you want to be, not where you're at, and I promise you'll get there.
What was the realtor's name who said that you have to have that standard?
It was Evan.
Evan, okay. So how do you think that you stay in that mindset? Because he was saying like a standard, like he knew he wanted to do 1 million, but you can get the offers for 500 or 300. How do you turn those down and like stay so like committed? How do you think you do that?
I think in the beginning you'd have a hard time saying no to those because it's a paycheck at the end of the day. But I think he said it's either luxury or bust for him. So he didn't. I don't even think he entertained that many lower price point options. All of his options were above million, which is considered luxury in our area. But he said to stay in that mindset, he does a lot of reading. He stays in self-improvement all the time, and so he really just attracts what he is.
Yeah. What do you think, Melvyn?
I would say, if you want to be a chameleon and you want to do all the things, I think it's a really good way to start. But for him, it was discipline. He said, this is it. This is where I want to be. This is what I'm going to do. For him, it was probably tough because, 500K, 200K, it's still a paycheck, but time is money. Sometimes those lower end deals sometimes are the ones that cause the most headache and suck most of your time.
Yeah.
And for him, he was disciplined enough to say, you know what, like, I don't want to focus on that. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to do this or bust.
Yeah.
And he did it and it worked. I think all that is discipline and commitment.
Yeah, definitely. And I see it in my business as well. Just we'll market to companies and they want us to discount our fees and this, that, and the third. And sometimes you will kind of bend just to reel them in. But I love what he was saying about shifting your mindset to understanding that we don't necessarily have to chase you because we're providing the value for.
You need us too.
Yeah, you need us. Like he's like, you may have the asset, but how are you going to move the asset without me?
Right. The knowledge that I have, the experience that I have, or they have, or you have, they need you too. So you got to present yourself in a way that says, I'm worth what I'm asking.
Yes, yep.
Do that.
Yeah. Rebecca, come in here. Hop in here.
Come on in. Come on in.
Where do you want it?
We're here.
In the middle. I'm fine.
All right. So we got Rebecca here. Rebecca, give them a brief introduction on who you are and what you do.
Hey guys, Rebecca Larrea, residential mortgage lender in Tampa.
So Rebecca, what was your biggest takeaway from today at the event?
My biggest takeaways were probably Jose talking about the high vibe tribe and to attract, and Carla had a really grounded kind of mindset. What really resonated with me was her being involved in charitable organizations and saying, if you don't have the time, give money, and when you have the money, give time. That really, it gives me goosebumps, because we all get caught up, we're busy, the phone's ringing, whatever it is, and we forget that it's the human experience of transactions and being on the closing side, and Lori and Melvyn and you, and the title side, and me, getting the deal structured into the closing table, and these are humans we're helping. Loves Evan's accountability, and he was like, this is my standard, this is what it is. I invested in coaching this year, so that really just has elevated my life personally and professionally. So when you just stand firm and stand your ground, I love that.
And that was one thing they said about the coach, investing in a coach. Like one of the fastest ways to get to where you want is to find somebody who's already doing it and succeeding and making that investment. How do some people are scared to do that? So how do you think people get in like that mindset of like, all right, I'm going to get someone to train me, or I'm going to invest in a coach or whatever? Because some people are scared of that.
In my opinion, the investment in yourself is going to always have the biggest return on your money. So invest in yourself, and if you're scared, that's a you problem. I mean, success and accountability is hard, and mediocrity is hard also. So choose your heart.
That is. Choose your heart.
Yeah, I was never I've never had a problem with coaching because I've been an athlete my entire life. But I see some people it's hard for them to take counsel from other people and take instruction from other people. It's like, who are you to tell me? You don't know what I've been through. You don't know this. You don't know that. But you need it to get to where you want to go.
We need it, and I went into it and I was like, whatever I think that I know, I'm just gonna scrap that.
Yeah.
Just do whatever they tell me. Like, to be a great teacher, we have to first be a great student.
I think what you said earlier, you were talking about investing in yourself. They all have the similar mindset of investing in yourself. And I think people take that word invest and they really think financial invest. Sometimes it's as easy as just reading a free book, getting an Audible, listening to some podcasts, find some people that are like-minded, find some people in the industry. Those people who think that they are the best at what they do and no one can ever teach them anything, there's always someone better at something than you are. Learn from them and fill in your gaps. I like to see the common thread with the networking piece. I think out of COVID, there's a lot of still people mentally in that environment of like, people don't want to see me, they don't want to shake my hand. Yeah, that is gone. I mean, we're a very personal industry again. People want something tangible. Be the person, be the human behind the interaction, because a lot of us have the same things to offer. What sets us apart is how we offer and what we do for them and what makes them feel good. But it's very important to find that common thread and be able to have that rapport with them. For me, a lot of times it's something funny that I post, or the fact that I go to Disney and that's like, I see you like the same things. And then gradually that'll turn into some business along the way. Maybe not directly with them, but you might get 5 or 6 referrals off of them for all their friends. They're not ready, but someone is ready. And even if they're not ready, there's a timeline. So just be there, be present, and follow what they say, and it works.
I'm 29. I'm not far removed from being broke at all. When I started investing in myself, I would go to Barnes and Noble. I would sit in there, read it, hide it somewhere in the bookstore, come back, come back and start reading it again until I built up the money. And then we all know YouTube University nowadays. So
I know companies don't like me because I'm the guy that's like, free trial for 30 days. You better believe I'm gonna get everything I can out of that trial. Exactly. And I will set a calendar reminder, but I will get everything I can out of that for free that I can. And then if it's worth it to invest in that later, I'll do that after the trial.
And piggybacking off what you said about the common thread, like that's what I love about events and like people like you guys. The common thread is really, we're all invested in building relationships. Like we're not chasing the check, we're chasing the relationship. And relationship building and networking with like-minded people, it always comes back to you. Like give and you'll get. We've all been in this industry for a really long time. We're here. If you have any questions, like use this as a resource. I think we're all willing to share our experiences and help teach others, and that's really what it's all about.
So how do you all two navigate being competition? We got 2 title companies right here.
It didn't start that way.
Right, it didn't. We have a lot of collaboration within each other, and we have our podcast together as well. And we're very friendly. There's enough business to go around for both of us, so we share what we have individually with each other, but then we also hands off when it comes to that's my client, that's my person. We don't step on each other's toes, so we make sure our professional relationship stays, above table.
We're very vocal. We're very transparent. There's nothing wrong with some healthy competition at all. I think it kind of creates that drive to do better. I always learn. There's so much I learned from her. I know she probably learned so much from me. It's like this give and take relationship. There's no shady, there's no snaky stuff happening. It's like, hey, do you work with this person? I do. Okay, cool, no worries. I just saw them. I just wanted to make sure before I did anything. We're constantly sharing. We're constantly trying to grow together. And I just think there's a lot of power in that. It's the same in the real estate industry. I grew up and with my whole family's in real estate. I grew up with this mindset that it's this dog eat dog. Everybody, attacks everybody world. And then once I started living it, I realized there's so many people who just want to help other people get successful. Again, there's enough business to go around.
You guys ever have any situations where you may have a client who may fit Melvyn better, or maybe a client who may fit you better, KJ? Like, because personality plays a role into doing business with people.
And you can kind of tell off the bat, kind of where their path is going, and then they automatically go to one or the other. If I find that Melvyn would help someone out probably more than I can, if they really need a lot of tech, he's your dude. So I'm like, all right, listen, let me send you over this way. But it really hasn't come to a point where we're like,
and that's kind of like what Evan was was saying about understanding the strong parts of your brand, you know, and how you can
100%.
help someone,
Absolutely.
as opposed to, you know, your competitors' strengths and weaknesses.
Your vibe is your tribe. Like you said, I use that all the time. It's one of my favorite things to say, and it's, you know, we could all get tasked with the same exact content to do with a script and everything. We're all going to impact people differently.
Yeah.
You know, people are going to be attracted to what they like. It
Yeah.
could be me, it could be her, but we're going to let them make that decision. You know, we're not there coercing anybody to pick one way or another.
Well, this was great. Any last final wisdom, advice, or, you know,
Don't be lazy.
don't be lazy.
Get out there and
don't
do
hit the
it.
snooze button.
Don't.
Yeah.
Rule number one.
This morning I woke up and I went to the gym and I was inspired by Calvin's post yesterday. So
Yes.
Let's go.
There you go.
Rule number one.
Right. Be accountable. Maybe that's a better one.
You know, and that's what I mean. What you just said is kind of what I was going to touch on. Get out there, start posting, start doing the things, because you know you may not see people comment or see people say like or put anything on your post or what you're doing,
They're watching.
but they watch, they see it, and it does have an impact. I don't care who you are, I don't care how boring you think you are.
Yeah.
Get it out there. A bad video, a bad post outperforms none all day long.
Yep.
People need to know who you are and what you do. And you almost want to drill it in, and if you get people are like, I don't want to. This is too much for me. They're not your people. Let them go.
Let 'em go.
Let them go and do your thing.
Let 'em
Let it
go.
go.
I'm free.
Right.
Let it go.
And all of you guys are very heavy on social media.
Very.
All of you
Yeah.
are.
It's free.
It's free.
It's free. People go lead crazy. They're like, oh, I need leads. I need leads. It's like that's just some random person behind a computer that
I
hit
think
enter.
all of you all saw, like, when I first saw you all on social.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here we are now.
Visibility.
Yeah.
Visibility.
We're taking social media social, y'all. IRL.
Yeah.
There we go.
Look at that.
Where can people find you all at?
Oh, easiest at Melvyn Ray on Instagram. It's Melvyn spelled with a Y, MELVYNRAY, or just milestonemelvyn.com.
And workingwithworkmen.com that has access to everything that I offer, podcasts, all of my resources, all of my apps that I have, all my recommendations that I make. Find it all on workingwithworkmen.com.
And for me, you can find me at mortgagebyrebecca.com. Schedule time to talk with me. We can chat. I do a lot of rescue deals, so if you got a lazy lender, I'll replace that.
Calvin J. Darville on all platforms for personal, and the company Comfortable Closings on all platforms. Let's get it. See you next time.